Okay guys, it's Max here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about why I switched from my £200 PC that I built myself that runs Linux to a 2013 MacBook Pro 13-inch that I bought for £300 in February. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so there's two videos. One is the computer video about when I explained what's in my Linux computer that I built for £200. You can check that up here. And also, not long ago I also made a video about the 2013 MacBook Pro I got, so you can check that out here. The other way around, out up here, you know. So the £200 computer was great. I was using it all the time. It was amazing. I still always had to use a Mac though, because I shared one with my brother, and things like GarageBand. I tried multiple ones on Linux. They just either didn't work at all. They were open source, but also owned. So they weren't open source, but they were available for Linux. But that means you had to pay for it, and I just didn't want to pay for anything. So I still had to use GarageBand on the Mac, and also Affinity Photo. GIMP and Inkscape were alright for 60% of the stuff I do, but the other 40%, it's just one, easier, and two, loads better to use Affinity. I had to use Darktable on Linux, which is open source. It's like Lightroom, but still using Affinity Photo as a Lightroom alternative was loads easier to use, loads better, and had just the same features. It was just loads easier to save and export and apply the filters that you need to on your photography. So again, that's another reason why. So I always had a Mac, even when I had the Linux. But the thing is when I did GarageBand and stuff, it would always pop up with this warning saying, warning, disk too slow, because I had a hard drive, and it always used to get really hot as well, and it's one of the clunky ones, and the screen is really crap because it's not a Retina display. So then I thought, I'm going to get one for myself that's a Retina display. So I did. I got a 2013 one. It's mid-range, not low or not high, but just what I need it for. It works fine. It doesn't ever fail me. And then I just thought it was getting really useful. So yeah, at the time, the idea was to use both at the same time, which would have been ideal until I stopped using Darktable and started using Affinity Photo again for photo editing, and Kdenlive was available for macOS, the video editor, that is. I've done a video on that as well. It's up here. But the video editor wasn't for Mac, and I just wanted to use my Mac because I didn't have a portable Linux OS device. I did try boot my MacBook with Deepin, which I also done a video on up here. God, I've done loads of videos. And it did work, and then something happened and it didn't, so I just thought, nope, not risking it, and just put macOS Mojave back on it permanently, just at the only OS. It was a light laptop, so I got it as well, and then the Linux desktop computer works fine. I can still use it, but all the open source apps are also available for macOS, but not the other way around. So apart from Kdenlive, because I would have loved to still use that. It's a great video editor. I want to support them, but they just discontinued it for Mac, so I don't. It's really annoying. But things like I use this app called iGDM and RAM, which are both Instagram. RAM is for uploading on Instagram, and iGDM is for direct messaging DMs within Instagram. So they're both useful. I had them on Linux. I have them on Mac. It's really, really useful. So. And then the Mac became my primary device, and I didn't use my Linux that much because macOS is just a great OS to work with, being a web designer, a photographer, a just general designer, video editor. That's literally everything I do. So yeah, as I mentioned, the Affinity programs, only £40, exactly the same as Photoshop. If you haven't seen, I've also done a video on that, if the cards will let me, because I think you can only have 5, I'm not counting. But there'll be links in the description to the videos that I've done. Anyway, so yeah, then I'm just doing more music. I'm making since I've released my album, which you can check out, it'll be the background music of this video. You can check the links out in the description. Please buy some. It always helps me. No one's bought any yet, so please. But since I bought my Mac, which was the same time I released the album, I've been doing literally a track a month because I've had the computer. I can just plug my things in, make music, edit it. I have my laptop everywhere because it's so light. Just slip it in a bag, so small and light. I'm kind of glad I didn't get a 15-inch because that's what I was considering. So yeah, anyone who does the almost like not much, like my brother doesn't do much, so you could just have Linux. You could do that. You could easily live if you didn't need a portable. My brother has his laptop in his room. It lives there. He doesn't take it anywhere. It's a Mac. It's our old one we used to share. And for things like doing that, you just don't really need like Mac OS and a portable device. So one of these £200 computers, like that's pretty much all brand. It was all brand new parts. So it's a brand new computer for 200 quid that could do exactly what his laptop can do, and support open source programs and the open sourceness. I do still love it. I do dual boot it on my laptop that I have, but that's the thing, it's like an old 2009 laptop, it's 10 years old. I also did a video on that, I'll put that in the description because I know I've run out of cards. Which was good. It's just actually weighed the same as my desktop computer. I'm pretty sure it did weigh the same. That's the biggest complaint about that thing. So yeah, well, I mean, I would recommend to Linux to most people who, if they can get someone to sort Linux out for them, it's really easy. Just keep using it. My mum started using it. She now uses Chrome OS, but before that she used Chromium on OS on a old laptop. It's just like any other OS. It's just that for designers like me, I have to do that, and then it was hard having two computers. Even though I have an external hard drive, it was just annoying. And then it just became my primary device. So then I'm about to sell my computer for about 100 quid, so half the price I paid for it. So anyone interested, you can put in the comments below. £100 for a computer, anyone? It doesn't have a graphics card. But anyway, you can check that video out of the £200 computer in one of the cards or in the description. And then you know what you may be buying if you would like to buy it. So yeah, either OS is good. I just think being in the middle of two OSs, you can do it. Depending on what your workflow is like, and mine, it was just easier to have one device. I can literally go out, start doing something, edit a video, plonk some footage on my laptop, but then I can get back, put it on the little stand, plug in the monitors, shut the lid, and boom, it's just all there. Also, I've done a desk tour video, which is amazing. I love my desk now. It's like, because of this Mac, you can just plonk it down, boom. It's like the ultimate portability setup. I've got wireless stuff, just connects via Bluetooth, unplug everything. Anyway, this video is getting too long. I'm just really good at blabbering on about absolute gibberish. So yeah, I'll leave you guys now, and I hope you enjoyed this video and picked up some information. Maybe you will start using Linux yourself. I would much advise it. It's a great OS. It's just not for me specifically. If you did like this video, remember, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video next Wednesday. Boom.